Consignment for Mandi. In this presentation, we'll discuss about using consignment feature of Busy for Mandi specific trade. Mandi is a place where farmer goes for selling their crops like chana, kanak and other such items. There they meet commission agents who introduce them to various buyers, customers for purchase of crop. Commission agents either purchase crops themselves and sell it to different customers, or there can be a direct sale from farmer to customer. In this process, commission agent charge a commission for their services, and apart from it, they also need to maintain details of certain expenses like Mandi tax, tulai, etc. Consignment feature of Busy is designed specifically keeping in mind all the accounting, inventory related details of the commission agent. To implement consignment feature, first of all, we need to enable the consignment feature in the company. We'll enable this feature by going to Administration, Configuration, Features Options, Inventory tab. Here we'll enable the option of Enable Consignment Sales. On enabling this option, a Configure button will appear. On clicking the Configure button, an Options for Consignment Sales window will appear, in which first option is Consignment Type, that is with order or without order. We'll select the without order option here. For Mandi specific trade, it's recommended that you select the without order option. Next is Maintain Customer at the time of purchase. Enable this option if you want to maintain customer details also at the time of purchase itself. Basically, if you know the customer or the seller to whom you will sell the goods that you have purchased, then you can enable this option and feed the same detail in the purchase voucher itself. Next is Maintain Price of Source Voucher. Enable this option if you want to maintain the purchase price as sales price. Basically, if you want to retain the purchase price, that is whenever you'll enter a sales voucher against the purchase, then the same purchase price will appear as item price, then you can enable this option. Next, you need to enable the alternate unit of items feature. By enabling this option, you can maintain main unit and subunit for the item. Basically, in Mandi specific trades, purchase is generally done in quintals and sale is done in bags. With this option enabled, you can maintain both these units with the item. Next is item wise markup type, that is you require markup type or not. If you require, then simple markup or compound markup. Compound markup implies that you can imply markup of different natures with a single item itself. So here we are selecting the compound markup option. Click Save button to save the configuration. Next, we will discuss about creating a markup structure. With item, we will need certain markups like various expenses that we would require. So for this, we'll create a markup structure by going to Masters, Miscellaneous Masters, Markup Structure, Add option. Specify the structure name. Here we are taking the structure name as Mandi Expenses. Then enable the option of compound markup with different nature. Here we are specifying the number of markups as 3. You can specify it as per your requirement, that is we are specifying 3 types of markup in this particular structure. If you want, you can increase the number of markups in the structure. Next, we'll specify the amount of markup to be fed as. First, we have taken as percentage on item price, second again percentage on item price, and third is on per alternate quantity basis. That is, first markup will be on percentage basis, second also on percentage basis, and third markup will be based on item alternate quantity. Then we'll specify the account posting details. We'll specify the markup caption like market fees, Gaushala, Tulai, and we'll specify the account head to post for these markups. Like we have created these accounts like market fees, Gaushala. So we will specify all these details in the markup structure itself. Click Save button to save the markup structure. Next, we will be configuring item wise markup type option. For this, we'll go to Administration, Configuration, Vouchers Configuration option. Here we are selecting the main series of purchase voucher. If you want to configure any other series, then you can select that particular series of the voucher and click the Voucher Configuration button. Here we'll enable the item wise markup option, that is we need item wise markup in the purchase voucher. Then specify markup structure. Here we'll select the markup structure as Mandi Expense, and then is select consignment mode. That is, first option is yes variable, that is consignment will be enabled in the voucher, but you have the option to change it, disable it. Next, yes fixed, that is consignment will always be enabled in the voucher, you cannot change it. And last is no, that is consignment is not required. Click Save button to save the voucher configuration. Now we will configure our items. If you have already created certain items, then you can open those items in modify mode, or you can create new items. We are opening item Kanak in modify mode. Here you can see items main unit is quintal and alternate unit is bags. Next, under specify sales account option, we'll select the specify here option and we'll specify the sales account as auction account. If you open the auction account in modify mode, you can see this account falls under the parent group indirect expenses. Next, specify purchase account. We'll select the specify in voucher option here, which means that the purchase account will be specified at the time of voucher entry. Next, specify purchase markup structure. We'll specify yes in this option and we'll select the Mandi expense markup structure, that is purchase markup structure that we have just created. We'll select the same markup structure in the item master and we'll click the save button to save the item master. This is item configuration in which we have specified sales account as auction account, purchase account we have specified that will specify in the voucher, and markup we have selected as Mandi expenses that we have just created. Now we will be entering our transaction. We'll first start with entering our purchase voucher. We'll go to transaction, purchase, add option, specify series, date, voucher number, purchase type, and then we'll select the party. Here party is our Kisan, basically farmers from whom you are purchasing the goods. On selecting the party, a consignment details for customer window will appear in which consignment required is set to yes. Then is customer type, single customer or multiple customer. That means the goods you are purchasing will be sold to a single customer or a multiple customer. If you select a single customer option, then you need to specify the customer here in this window itself. Otherwise, on selecting multiple customer option, you need to specify the customer name with each item. That is, with each item row, you need to specify the customer name. Select item. On selecting the item, you need to specify the purchase account. Here we are selecting the purchase account as purchase account itself. Then you need to specify the customer name to whom this item will be sold. Then specify the quantity of the item. We are here specifying it as 4 quintal. On pressing enter key on the unit field, a quantity in alternate unit window will appear, which is showing the quantity in alternate unit, and then item price and markup window will appear, in which will only fill the price, will not enter the markup details here, as we are assuming that this particular item will be sold on the same day to the customer. So we'll enter all the expenses like tulai, market fees, etc. in the sales voucher itself as bill sundry. Then we are again selecting the item as chana, specifying its customer name, quantity, price. Then in the third row we are selecting the item as chana. We have specified its purchase account. In the customer name we have selected the option as self, that is there is no customer currently for this much item quantity. If you see, we have purchased total 7.34 quintals, out of which 7 quintals is already allotted to some customer. That will, but for 0.34 quintals no buyer is yet finalized, so we can show this purchase as purchase for self. As we have not specified any customer for the 0.34 quintals item here, with this particular quantity we'll specify all the markup details. You can see on the screen we have specified the market fees, Gaushala charges, Tulai charges. So the items for which you have not specified the customer, you need to specify the markup details in purchase voucher itself. Click save button to save the voucher. Now we are entering one more purchase voucher. Specify series, date, voucher number, purchase type, select party, again Kisan, consignment required yes, customer type multiple customer, select item, specify purchase account, customer name, 5 quintals here we have purchased. Next item, again we have selected Kanak, its customer we have specified, 5 quintals we have purchased of Kanak, for 5 quintals for one customer and 5 quintals for another customer. In this purchase voucher no item is for self, that is total 10 quintals are allotted to some customer. Click save button to save the voucher. Now we will be entering our sales transaction. We'll go to transaction, sales, add option, select series, specify date, voucher number, select party. Here we are selecting the party as Harbans Lal, which is our customer. On selecting the party, consignment details for vendor window will appear. Here we'll select the vendor type as multiple vendors. Load pending stock already booked. Specify yes in this field. On specifying yes in this field, already booked stock for this particular customer, that is in the purchase vouchers in which you have specified the customer name as Harbans Lal, those details will automatically be shown here. You can select the required details, that is already booked stock, and you can see that item details automatically gets filled from the purchase voucher. If you remember, we have purchased chana 4 quintals and kanak 5 quintals for this particular customer, then those details are appearing in the sales voucher, same price is appearing. Now in the bill sundry section you will apply the required bill sundry, that is market fees, Gaushala, Tulai and commission charges. Commission charges are for the commission agents. If you want to configure these bill sundries, you can do so by going to Masters Bill Sundry Add option and create these bill sundries. Like for market fees, you can take the bill sundry as on percentage basis. For Tulai, you can specify the basis as per alternate quantity. As you can see, Tulai charges are as per bag, that is for each bag you are specifying the Tulai charges. So this is a process of creating and configuring bill sundries. Now click Save button to save the sales voucher. Here again we are entering one more sales voucher. Specify series, date, voucher number, sale type, select party. We are selecting another party here. Consignment required, yes. Vendor type, multiple vendors. Again we will specify yes in the load pending stock and will select both the options. So you can see for this particular customer Rakesh Sharma, 3 quintals of chana and 5 quintals of kanak we have already purchased. So those details are filled automatically in the item details grid from the purchase voucher. Apply the required bill sundries, market fees, Gaushala, Tulai and commission charges and click Save button to save the voucher. Now the next and the last step will be to view the reports. For viewing the reports, you can go to Display Consignment Reports option. Here vendor wise stock report is provided. You can view this report for complete details of the vendor wise stock. So this is our consignment feature for Mandi. Hope after going through this presentation you would be able to easily use and implement consignment for Mandi feature in Busy. Thanks for watching. For more videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel.